Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Campaign 13, Vanilla Sunday. I almost forgot what the title of the campaign was, yeah, we're at Vanilla Sunday. I am your host, as always, Virinity Void, and this here is indeed part 1. I'm going to move the mic over just a little bit. And, 1444, it's a fresh campaign start. And here we go with the early or the mid 1400s. I don't think there's really anything to say that I have not already said. The prologue pretty much explained everything that needs to be explained. So once December hits, I'm going to open up the console command and give reform progress to a variety of tags, the tribal ones that like Potiguara and Powhatan. They will be getting some reform progress so they can be a monarchy, republic, or theocracy. So, and I'm also going to be using a bot. So I'm going to be using the Dice Maiden on my side here in bot spam. 1d3. Just making sure that works. Okay. So, yeah, I will be using dice rolls to decide whether these guys become monarchy, republic, or theocracy. In December. So let's get it started right away. Without further ado. Because by now they should have embraced feudalism and they should be ready to go. So I rolled a 1d3 just then, but just earlier. So Miami over here is going to become a republic. So reform progress 50. And then I need to do roll 1d4. And they get plutocracy. Cool. And then Powhatan, you get reform progress 50. And it's the same thing. Roll 1d3. Where is it at? There you go. Roll 1d3. They also become a republic. And then gotta do 1d4. They are becoming noble elite, okay. And then Huron. What are you going to get? Roll 1d3. They are becoming a monarchy. Dynastic lineage. And then let's do another 1d3. And they are becoming an elective monarchy. Blackfoot, and then Yokuts is next. This is a little tedious, but I am glad that I am able to do this and include more tribal tags that normally would not be able to be included with these campaigns. Because before Mackie helped out with regards to setting all of this up, and his special event that starts at the beginning of every game, or the beginning of every campaign, so that every tag gets extra manpower, extra money, and all that. Before then, I couldn't do like Yokuts, I couldn't do like Huron or Miami. They just weren't able to be put into the campaign, unfortunately. But with his help, it is now a reality. Let's see. Yokuts is becoming a monarchy. And then roll 1d3. Because they are a monarchy. And they're going elective. Okay. After Yokuts, it's only a few more. Potiguara is one of them. Roll 1d3. They are going for theocracy. And then roll 1d3. They are a monastic order. Interesting. Okay. I think there's only maybe one more. Two more. Larakia, which is an aboriginal tag. And then we have Eora. Roll 1d3. This one is a monarchy, okay? And this is classic feudal nobility, okay? And Eora. I'm kind of hoping that Eora gets a republic, but I don't know. Nope, they get a monarchy. Gotcha. And they also get feudal nobility. Okay, and I believe that is it for all of the truly, like, tribal tags. I don't think there's anything else. Nope. Potiguara, Blackfoot, Yakuts. Okay, we are ready to go. Let us go forth. So we have all of the... We have some returning tags from the previous campaign. Like, what's it called? The Golden Eighth. So... we're going to be seeing familiar faces. Also, Big Cato is back. However, there is no tag really close to Big Cato anymore. No Pawnee or anything. So they're the closest thing to Big Cato is Tonala and Vaikura, as well as Teardrop. I'm also need to pull up the current wars, and we should be okay. Obviously, though, the very first seat of contention, the first area of contention is here in Italy, because Etruria, allied with Wasconia, and Tuscany, allied with the papacy, and Florence, not allied with anyone, they have been chosen by by one of the previous winners from the last campaign. Florence is already being picked apart in this mini Thunderdome, the papacy declaring this war and trying to cleanse the peninsula of any sort of heresy, and you know, is keeping established Catholic doctrine over here, of course. So maybe the papacy gets up to a really quick start. Tuscany is jumping in too. Maybe they'll annex a little bit of something. Who knows? And Etruria has joined in as well on the side of... No, this is just Etruria going in on their own. However, Etruria has joined in, or has allied with the Nelter League. The Nelter League is allied with Etruria and Wasconia, and Cagoeda is allied with Santon. Alright. So, despite Florence having a godlike 655 starting ruler, not destined to be. In fact, there are two of the same rulers. Because the history file probably specifies that, hey, the ruler of Tuscany at this time was also Cosimo. Don't worry, the De Medici family will live on. It will absolutely live on. Anyone else going to war? Wow, there's actually a lot of early wars. Shimazu is going after Chukjeon, but I don't think really Goguryeo and Shimazu can go after each other truly. The exiles in Dumnonia are going after Kurland. Indeed, Kurland has... I don't think they were really able to get a military. Kurland being sieged down by the likes of Dumnonia. Yeah, I don't think that much is going to come of this. Other than Dumnonia gaining the upper hand, obviously. Peace has been had, and surprisingly, Florence lives. Etruria wasn't able to annex all of it. Ancona is now the capital. Although there is no core in Ancona. I think it was because Ancona was a colony and it got rushed to completion as the new capital. So, kind of awkward, I guess. But yeah, Tuscany and the papacy is going to be versus Etruria. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to go, if I'm honest. But yeah, I think we're probably going to do a little bit of Speed 5. Because these are the early years, the game does go relatively quickly. There's not too many big armies or anything, so, you know, it's pretty easy going. Let's do Speed 5. Because I think Kurland, not fully annexed. Only Goldingen and Ossel have been annexed. So, nothing too big. And then Shimazu and Goguryeo, they're not doing much. Because they can't do much. They're literally just starting out. I don't even know where Chukzin or whatever the province is. I don't know where that was. So, okay. Okay, HFY is going after Powhatan. I anticipated this earlier because in the test run, Powhatan got rushed down. However, okay, Powhatan this time around survives a little bit longer. Maybe they'll, if they were to ally with Miami or maybe Huron, I think that would help out. But I'm not sure they will be able to get that. Oh, wait a minute. Piscataway is actually 25 development. That's a large... That's a plethora of development to gain if they do. Okay, I like what I'm seeing, at least as a potential. Yokut slowly colonizing, Blackfoot are slowly colonizing, Quebec are colonizing at Nebesc, or Nebesek. It's only a matter of time, too, before Santon and then Wasconia go to war. That is a cauldron waiting to be brewed. Shimazu and Goguryeo pieced out. They want to get on with the colonizing and see what happens. Also, if you're not familiar with Goguryeo, that is a tag from Doge's Shattered Europa. That is not a vanilla tag at all. Over in India, we do have Ginji in the south, Yadava in the center, Kionjar in the east, along with Vermilion Paradox. In the northwest, we have Dundar, and then in the Himalayas, Kathmandu, Zanskar, Bumthang. In the east, in the eastern plateau of Tibet, Chuchen, and then Myeongvax. Also, Myeongvax indeed has localized national ideas this time around, so you don't have to worry about them not having flavor. Indeed, there's a healthy amount of flavor in the tags this time around. There's only a few submissions that didn't get any localization, and you gotta know, like with Cravens' submissions, yeah, there's plenty to read about. And honestly, it's like Cravens puts in a lot of effort to his submissions. I really appreciate that. I sometimes, like, if I'm wondering about the lore, I actually like go to the national ideas and I try and read about it, even though I can't pronounce all of the things he puts in his lore. I try, and I try to pronounce it. And it should also be said as well, when the tribals, like Kalka and then like Fulo and Yatenga, when they get to the end of their reform tree, I will be rolling the dice, of course, and seeing what kind of government reform they will get. Sapphire Paradox allied with the Arutexial Empire, and then Zarkunias not allied with anyone. Neosvakes is not allied with anyone. Shirvan, no allies. The Basri Order, only enemies. Karman, no allies. Alright. 9X, they are Karmazta, okay. Nogai, no allies. So the Sunnis, or at least they haven't reached out yet with anyone. They're all just chilling. And it seems as though we should do a little bit of Speed 5. At least for like a year, just to see where things get to. Thomond, up in Ireland, slowly colonizing over there, making its presence known, and we have a war. The Angles are being attacked by Dumnonia in exile. I'm going to keep saying that because I cannot pronounce this name up here. I have no idea how on earth to pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try. Let's see. Ooh, the Angles are one military tech behind, and it's an early military tech, so it's gonna be pretty crucial. At Tech 3, you do get military tactics and land morale, so, you know, the Angles are missing out on that. And if you're missing out on that, on both crucial aspects, you're gonna have a bad time. You can just see right here. However, it should be noted, numbers do also factor in a lot for these early battles. So yeah, the Angles, they lack morale and a little bit of discipline, but they have the numbers. And did they wipe? They wiped them out. Oh dear, Dumnonia. I think you bit off a little more than you could chew, and I think you may lose some land to the Angles. It does not appear as though there will be an Anglo-Saxon migration again to the British Isles. Maybe the Angles will stay over here. Who knows? Nice state of Indiana over here. Yokuts. Okay, they got some pretty good stuff going for them. I'm not sure they will be able to compete with Humeda, but yeah, maybe. Yokuts might need to ally with someone, though. I'm not sure if the Blackfoot will be in range, but we'll see. Tafilot, Fulo, Yatenga, Air, Congo, Maravi, Sakalava, Malindi. And then, you got a lot of Kias dealing with noble rebels. Okay. Interesting. And then Aora over here, and then Tainui. The Maori are indeed represented this time around, so I will be very interested to see what happens with them, especially because the Maori religion, or the Polynesian religion, gives them extra settler growth. So they're going to really be enjoying that extra colonization speed. It doesn't seem like 15 settlers a year may not seem like a lot, but over time, that will absolutely result in, a little bit of snowballing. Maybe not a lot of snowballing, but a little bit. Dumnonia almost fully occupied. The capital is still in Danzig, and Danzig is safe from the likes of the Angles for now, but Dumnonia has no military, and the Angles are coming back. So, yeah. Kurland, alongside Glogau, they are going back after Dumnonia because, hey, this land was once belonging to Kurland. They want it back. And it seems as though the Crimson Paradox is going after Potiguara, and this might be a shutout. Potiguara is one military tech behind, but I mean, hey, military tech doesn't always tell the whole story, as we just saw with the Angles versus Dumnonia. So, don't count your chickens before they hatch, folks, as they say. It seems as though the Crimson Order, though, or not the Crimson Order, Crimson Paradox, they'll be able to siege down the capital without much issue. Or maybe, Crimson Paradox is gonna need 9,000 troops. Because there is a fort there. You need something. You need a little something. Vicura, no allies, no enemies. And then Caddo, what are you doing over here? Okay, they actually got a good heir, a 3-4-5. Powhatan is allied with Quebec and Huron. Alright, so it seems as though Powhatan, maybe, there is a chance for them to survive. HFY is, they are very menacing, indeed, but the slot machine does not have all of the advantages. Well, I mean, there's 4 slot machine nations here, so, Noble rebels pushing out the Welsh army. We'll see if that results in anything. There's been no war between Zarkunias and the Autotexial Empire, which is weird. I am used to seeing them go to war by now, but okay. And the capital of Dumnonia is under siege. Huh. Glogau and Kurland have taken over the capital, and it seems as though Dumnonia's, this time around, maybe they are not the Lion of the North that they were in the last campaign. I don't know. That first war against Kurland, it went well. This time around, maybe they no, not maybe. They did bite off more than they could chew, so, Crimson Paradox still going for, what's it called? Still going for Potiguara. but they don't have enough troops for the capital. So it seems as though Potiguara is going to survive without much hesitation. Well, I wouldn't say hesitation, but without much effort, I would say. You got rebels? Oh, you decreased autonomy. Okay, I see you. I see you, Peru. I guess we can do a little bit of speed 5 whilst watching over here. I'm going to take a look at the ledger. Wait a minute. Ah, yes, finally. So this is Paradox going after Jaffa. Zarkonias has no allies either, so... Zarkonias has more troops, but Paradox, the Sapphire Paradox, has more military tech. So, yeah. Sapphire Paradox, they've got it covered. They've got the military prowess. Actually, that was a whole stack wipe, so Zarkonias, it might be fucked. Oh, Zarkonias. Well, actually, if Paradox can't get 9,000 reinforced over here, who knows? Who knows what will happen? But I think they will be able to get 9,000 reinforced, and Zarkonias will lose land. And there's your peace deal with Dumnonia. The Angles and Courland have taken just about everything away from Dumnonia, except for Gotland and Danzig. So, big Courland, big Angles, you know. We're getting quick rebounds in this damn episode. And it's only the first episode, man. It's only the first episode. Oh well, we'll see what happens. We'll see. Zarkonias trying to rally against the likes of Sapphire Paradox. I have my doubts as to whether it will work or not. And Potiguara has occupied the rest of Crimson Paradox. Crimson Paradox, the army has no leader. They are confused about what to do. They can't lay siege to the capital of Potiguara. So it's kind of just a stalemate here between these two powers. And I don't think land is going to be taken. Maybe like these two. But that's really about all I can see changing hands. I'm not sure. Sapphire Paradox looking to finish off Zarkonias, the capital at Damascus. It does need to be sieged down if you want to take anything. I think even Jaffa needs the capital taken, but I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Shamrock Paradox arriving in Amsterdam. Shamrock Paradox also apparently went to war with the Angles, and it resulted in nothing, so... Okay. Sure. The papacy allied with Avignon as well. Interesting. And it seems as though the tags are slowly arriving at the first set of national ideas, or first idea groups. So we are seeing national ideas being taken. Quality ideas. Quality. None over here. Defensive, the papacy, nothing. Cagoeda, quantity. So, yeah, we are going to see some national ideas get underway. That war score is climbing, though. Like, Jaffa has not been retaken at all. Zarkonias is in peril. And, 10,000 need... Why? How do you have... Oh... They chose the regional forts reform, which gives more garrison space, which means 10,000 troops are needed, not 9,000. Interesting. Hey, that's a little bit of a clutch play from the AI. I need more garrison space quickly so my enemy doesn't siege down my capital. Get the regional forts reform. Actually, pretty heads up play from the AI. Clap, clap, clap. That's good. Huron, Miami, not allied with anyone. Quebec, allied with Powhatan. Teardrop isn't allied with anyone. Neither is Big Caddo, nor Tonala, Vicura, nor Yellow Paradox. 9M, not allied with anyone either. And neither is OQ4. Oh, hey! Bavaria has been formed by Landshut, or not Landshut, Salzburg. So, we have divine ideas, apparently. I forgot this was even a thing in EU4. I completely forgot this was a thing. And, you know, no Bavarian ideas here. These are actually not bad ideas. Like, manpower recovery speed's pretty good. You get discipline right off the bat. And then you get cheaper cores. Stability is cheaper. Way more defensiveness. More missionary strength for, obviously, because divine ideas. And then your garrisons are larger. Slightly. That's probably like the weakest one. But then more attrition from the enemy. And then your taxes go up. And as a finisher, culture conversion costs less. So this is not a bad Bavaria. It's pretty good. Archbishop Friedrich IV. Well done to you. Dumnonia. No allies so far. They really do need an ally. The Lallard faith is not going to carry you to victory. Zarkunias losing the war terribly in terms of war score, but the fortress at Damascus remains, goddammit. It remains strong. And Chu Chen apparently was at war, or attacking Jin in the conquest of Xi'an, and they burned down that colony, and so Chu Chen might actually win. They are going to win, but there's no land that's going to be taken, really. So it's really just going to be down to like taking money or just sending a message, you know. Sometimes it's not about doing the most damage or all that, or taking the most land. Sometimes it really is just about sending a message, humiliating your rival, gaining that power projection. You know what I mean. Sonora, no allies. They are a republic though, with Consul Sylvester Burr at the head. And then Vicura now borders Tizotzil, but there is there's no rivalry. Alright. I'm not complaining. And then the Vermilion Paradox is going after Kionjar. What is this for? Balasor. Where is Balasor? Ah, it's right here. So, Vermilion Paradox, do you think you can really go after them? That's the question. Vermilion Paradox is one military tech ahead. Probably want to cut down this army over here before, you know, an occupation does too much war exhaustion on you. But Kionjar doesn't seem as though they will ever have the troops to take down Vermilion Paradox. So, indeed, that was a stack wipe at the capital of what's called Chakla. Therefore, you know, Kionjar pretty much dead in the water, in my opinion. Chu Chen sent a message to Jin saying, you better fuck off to the north. And that is that. Dumnonia now allied with the Cherusci. Interesting. The Angles are being attacked by the Cherusci. Interestingly enough. Really? No, actually, the Angles are low on manpower. They have no allies. And the Cherusci, they have more than enough men, and they're on the same tech level. So, I do believe that the Cherusci are probably going to win. The thing is, what land will they take? If they take Hamburg and Lübeck, that alone is just, like, brilliant. 2 pivotal trade centers, and it's farmland? Like, come on. You can't ask for anything much better, I don't think. Like, that is premium quality land. We got Miami, Huron, Blackfoot are slowly spreading. I gave them national ideas, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Potiguara and Crimson Paradox, they did not exchange any land at all, but Crimson Paradox launched a quick war against Huguenot Antarctique, and they won. Indeed, it wasn't even that long of a war. It's just quick, one and done. Taking 1, 2, 3 provinces from the Huguenots. Interesting. Yatenga has formed Mosi. And okay, they have not. What decisions can you form? Or can you take? Nothing, but they do get missions. Gather the troops. Really? But I don't know if that event is gonna fire or not, but okay. Oh well. Still, this is a really nice green color, by the way. That nice, crisp, dark green. Not too dark, but dark enough. You know, it is a very fine green. But then again, so is Zirconias. You know, I like all shades of green, so I shouldn't be going on and on about that. I should be talking about this war right here because it's not just the Cherusci that have joined in. Alemanni have joined in too. They too want some action up here with the Angles. They want to get a good angle on things and see what's going on. And the capital is about to go down. I'm not sure why the Angles aren't... Oh, there's the military, but taking a bad battle in the lands of the Cherusci. Holy shit. And just like that, Dumnonia gets that land in Scandinavia back. Cherusci didn't take anything, and not a single province from the Angles. They just went in there and said, you know what? We made you bow to our fucking flag and banners. You better give all that land that you took back to Dumnonia. The only thing that's different now about Dumnonia, like aside from losing this land over here in the east, is that they changed their capital to Lund. Danzig is no longer the capital. Interesting times indeed. And then what else do we got? Kathmandu is going after Bumthang. Vermilion Paradox still going after Kionjar, but that attrition at the capital is just way, way too much. And then Kathmandu, this is for Kosh. But yeah, Kathmandu, they are chasing around the army of Bumthang. Because Bumthang is one military tech behind. So, you know, they're gonna reinforce, but... Yeah, Kathmandu, can you really fight them? Are you really going to be able to? I'm not sure. I have my doubts. You know, I'll speed 5 it for a few months. I want to see what happens. Vermilion Paradox and Kionjar, like, they can't really take each other's capitals, so nothing is really going to happen between these two. It's a stalemate, essentially. And then Kathmandu, like, they're not going to take the capital of Bumthang. That's mountains, plus there's a fort. So, yeah. These wars are not going to result in anything. That much is clear. Just like the, Jaffa, that was retained by Zirconias. The fort was not taken. The next time Sapphire Paradox comes through, I think they will be able to take down Zirconias effectively. Therefore, Zirconias needs an ally. I doubt they will be getting one, though. 17 development in Hamath, though. If they lock Hamath down, I think that might really help them out. I could be wrong, though. Maybe Zirconias has been doomed from the very start. What other wars do we got? We have 9MA going after Barbados, which is held by OQ4. Where's Barbados? Ah, okay. So, can you really, can you beat the Navy? I don't think you can beat that Navy. So Barbados is going to be staying in the hands of the other slot machine. What else do we got? Neosvakes is monopolizing the Aegean Sea. Bavaria, or Divine Bavaria, as I should say. They are chillaxing. They are colonizing. They are colonizing Minga. Okay. And then we got Picardy just chilling up here. Exiled Strathclyde. They are relaxing, doing their own thing. Cagoeda is expanding, as well as the Nelter League is expanding too. Ever so slowly, taking Menorca. Okay. That's a very kind of like rectangular Shirvan. Okay. And as I said, no borders are changing. They just, unless you can get the capital of this early stage, you're not really going to take any land. It's just that simple. Kathmandu is trying. Like, credit to them, they're trying. But even if Bumtang drives back Kathmandu, again, there is a fort, and it is in highlands, or hills. There's going to be a little bit of attrition there. And you only are like cresting 9,000 troops. You don't have above 9,000 troops. I think we'll go to like 1475 and we'll cut the tape there. What is this? Picardy? Oh, Shamrock Paradox is no, Picardy. Okay, so Shamrock Paradox is attacking Picardy for Flanders. Where's... Oh, okay. Shamrock Paradox, can you really... Do you have the means to attack? That's the question. Oh, hey. Okay, here they are. And what's the military tech? 454? 433. Okay, maybe Picardy actually loses this. Like, legitimately, they have so few forces, I think Shamrock Paradox and Dumnonia will bulldoze through. The capital at Picardy is not gonna last very long. It's gonna be brutal. The papacy... Oh no, Avignon is at war. This is the Gascon conquest of Perigord. So who's in this? So this is Wasconia and the Nelter League taking on Santon, Avignon, and Cagoeda. Interesting. Cagoeda, their army is on the run. The Nelter League is seeking to siege down this unprotected fort or capital of Cagoeda. Santon, their capital, is under siege too. And they are one military tech behind Wasconia, as well as being quantitatively behind. So Wasconia is just going to walk through Santon, and it's not going to be an issue. It seems as though the allies of Santon, they're just not all there. They are not prepared for what Wasconia brings forth with the Nelter League. I mean, Santon is trying to take down the Nelter League with Avignon, but, I mean, they got... Avignon has heretics rising up. You're using up your resources fighting the heretics, and you're also using up your resources just burrowing through Armola. Cagoeda is not going to stand much longer. Like, oh, actually, well, hold on. Nelter League, what are you doing? You need to siege down the capital. Consolidate your troops. If the capital of the Nelter League goes down early and the Nelter League pieces out early, I don't know. That's Wasconia might be in trouble then. It's a little bit of a dicey situation, a little bit. Real quick, I want to see if Glogau they can form Silesia and Poland. Cool. Actually, what do you need for Silesia? You need one more province. Alright. The Nelter League, they have their capital down. Ermola is probably going to... the Nelter League is probably going to peace out very soon, and their army just got defeated. Wasconia, you cannot take on double the amount of... Okay. Your armies are good, Wasconia. They're not that good. They're not that good. Credit where credit is due. You're doing pretty good. But you cannot one-man army this. As powerful as you think you are. Also, Pasai, what are you doing over here? Regional politics do not favor you. Also, hello, Nepal. Kathmandu has indeed formed Nepal. What can Ning form? They can formalize the Woku Pirates. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't think any of the AIs will ever take that decision, if I'm honest. Vicura is going after Tizotzil. Paradox, or the Vermilion Paradox, is now going after Bumthang. And then Manila is going after Banjar. Manila, you're not going to get anything from Banjar. I just know that. You don't have the navy yet. But Vermilion Paradox, they're not even going to take anything from Bumthang. There's no land border. So it's really just about sending a message, I guess. Bumthang, their military, has been found to be lacking. Therefore, I think the Vermilion Paradox is going to run a train through them. I was actually told that running a train through someone or something is like sexual in some way. I never thought of it like that. Legitimately, whenever someone said, I'm going to run a train through you, I thought it meant like, I'm going to beat you up so badly, it is not going to be a competition. Stuff like that. That's legitimately what I thought for the longest time. And to this day, that's what it still means to me. Like, because you're not going to stop a train going at full speed. Good luck trying to do that. So, I'm going to run a train through you has always just meant like, yeah, fuck you. You are not going to stand a chance against me. Santon has its capital back, however Cagueda is now suffering greatly. The Nelter League, they are also suffering because the war exhaustion is piling up. Wasconia running low on manpower, but who's going to peace out first, Nelter League or Cagueda? I don't know. Avignon is also running low on military resources. The heavy hitters right now still are Wasconia and Santon. But still, it's like, I don't know. Oh god, Cagueda's military was getting thrashed there up until Santon came and saved the day. So Wasconia sent back for a little bit. This war is brutal right now. War exhaustion is piling up. Neither side wants to give in, but it seems as though the tide is finally turning against Wasconia and in favor of Santon. Going 2v3 into that war is bold. It's audacious. They had the advantage in the first half, but I think the sun is setting on this conquest of Santon. What else do we got? Just want to make sure I'm not missing any wars. Manila, you know, they're stretching out. They are extending their reach, but I think they will get overstretched at some point. Vicura and Tizotzil going at it. Tizotzil is one military tech behind, and that is being felt. The military just got wiped, so I think it might be over. It might be over for Tizotzil. Maybe Tonala can stand a better chance, but for now at least, Vicura wins the day. And Sibir, Mogulistan, Jin, Khalkha, Goguryeo is becoming coastal, very, very coastal. And, yeah, Vermilion Paradox, you know, they can't siege down anything from Bumthang. Bumthang, sure, you're giving Vermilion Paradox a lot of war exhaustion. You can't take their capital. You're not taking anything from them. In fact, you're landlocked. Therefore, there's no chance of any of that happening, you know? You know. As the Cagueda pieced out and the Nelter League pieced out, the Nelter League actually lost land to Cagueda as well as Avignon. Ermola is now annexed by Avignon. So Wasconia is now just left duking it out against Santon. Well, actually Avignon is still in this. But it does look like Wasconia has indeed run out of fuel, unfortunately. So this conquest is going to come to an end. The capital of Wasconia seems as though it's going to be sieged down, and it's going to be a brutal end to this conquest. It really did exhaust Kagoeda, Nelter League, and everyone else involved. Actually, maybe the capital's not even going to go down. Maybe it's just a white piece, maybe? Oh, Avignon white piece, okay. Well, I don't think Santon and Wasconia can really, like, do anything else. They're so low on military resources. And there's your peace deal. No borders were changed as far as I know. Yep, it's just a white piece. All of that fighting for nothing. And I think we will cut this part 1 at August of 1477. All that fighting for nothing. That's just what happens sometimes. Sometimes you put in all that effort only to realize, oh fuck, I miscalculated. Shit, nothing's going right. I guess pack it up, we're done. Reset. We'll get them next time, boys. Crimson Paradox still gathering steam, and they did launch a quick war, and it was successful against Potiguara, which is pretty interesting. I did not expect them to win that, but they won. I'm curious if Potiguara will maybe ally with 9MA? Maybe not. It would be a nice change of pace. Purple Paradox over here, they are a little bit under lonesome, but maybe they want to ally with the Huguenots? Who knows? Trade efficiency, production efficiency, okay. But that's going to be it for part 1. You had your Renaissance spawn here in Italy, of course. It spawned in the likes of Tuscany, and we'll see, maybe colonialism spawns in somewhere else next time. Or, actually, I don't even know where colonialism will... I'll take a look at the file and see where it's supposed to spawn in. Or where it could. Anyways, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Let's take a look at that leaderboard. In first place is the Autotexial Empire. In second place is Wasconia Gascony. In third place is Santon. In fourth place is Manila. In fifth place is Alemani. In sixth place is Kagoeda. In seventh place is OQ4. In eighth place is the Papal State. In ninth place is Shamrock Paradox. In 10th place is Neosva Kes. In 11th place is Nitra. And in 12th place is Zanskar. That'll be it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in part 2.